So now we are securing the home.
Securing the home. When securing access points, ensure residents can easily and quickly exit the building in an emergency. It would suck. The very thing that is there to protect you is what gets you in trouble. Meet building codes and regulations when altering or installing additional locks at entry points and windows. Example, to comply with your fire regulations. You must be able to open all locks from the inside without a key. Strong locks. Invest in sturdy doors and windows and ensure all entry points are secured and locked. This not only means deadbolts, but a deadbolt lock from the door into the floor and door-to-door jam on the top, and the less movement, the better the chances of keeping your valuables safe. When using deadbolts, lock assure they have at least 1 inch through the exterior door, along with a reinforcement strike plate anchored into the wall with at least 3 to 4 inch screws. As the side of the door opposite of the locks can also be vulnerable, exterior mounted doors hinges should have non-removable pins to prevent the door from being lifted out of the frame. Install full-length interior interlocking artisanal and on the external door to prevent the prying of door jambs, a common breaking and entering tactic. Secure windows and doors. Ensure windows and doors are locked and secured. Ensure the area outside the window is visible and open to natural surveillance. Do not leave them open if you're just leaving just for a few minutes. Criminals don't need much time to grab and run. Many crimes are of opportunity. Ensure sliding windows and sliding glass doors cannot be lifted out of the track if moved. Many overlook this little small point. They can be locked, but they can also be removed. Windows and door security. Install security bars or alarms on the windows and doors, but consider alternatives in place of security bars, such as laminated glass, security film, wired glass, alarm spaces, and barriers to the glassed area. Security bars are commonly used on windows, however they're not risk-free. Bars can be a barrier to an exit the building and during an emergency. The presence of security bars can also create the perception that the area is unsafe, and may actually incur criminal activity. Consider carefully installing security bars. If you proceed, ensure they meet building codes and regulations. Now, inside versus the outside sliding doors. Place a rod or dowel in the track to sliding doors to prevent them from being forced open. You can also install a security bar for additional reinforcement. Secure valuables. Keep your valuables, such as jewelry and important documents, in a hidden and secured location, such as a home safe or locked drawer. Now, this seems obvious, but many leave items out where they are easily grabbed. But when using a safe, be sure that they are bolted to the floor. Otherwise, it's just a handy carrying case for your valuables. Most burglars know they don't have a lot of time, so they will go to the most common places people hide things. Example, your bedroom, your study, the living room, the garage. Less obvious places are the bathroom, kitchen. All this stuff can be hidden with other items in the back of the cupboard. Keep entranceways cleared and avoid keeping valuables in plain sight near the door. No one's going to break in for your sneakers, but they might for your golf clubs. Use a peephole. Always use a peephole when responding to a knock on the door. If you can't see the person, don't open the door. Create an occupied look. Use timers for lights and leave TV and radio on when you're away. Don't forget to vary the settings a bit so they don't look like they're repetitious. Thieves don't want to be caught. If it looks like someone is home, they are unlikely to break in. If you are gone for long periods of time, have someone randomly change the settings. If they are watching, they can't figure out the pattern. When you're away, have a trusted family member or friend to look in on the place regularly, to give it an occupied look. preferably at random times. Randomness keeps anyone from following a pattern. No pattern makes it harder to figure out when to break in. Now I'm going to take a hint from Home Alone. The two criminals in the storyline are weeks staking out different neighborhoods, even go so far as impersonating cops. Everyone tells them their security secrets and all the details of their holiday without even a second thought. The time comes. The two come. The two are sitting in the neighborhood with a watch. They know the second when the lights and electronics come on in each house. One of the easiest ways to prevent crime in the neighborhood is to get to know your neighbors. A block watch. Establish a good relationship with your neighbors and inform them when you'll be away. But keep your circle very small, so who knows? The more who knows, the easier it can be accidentally late. They can help keep an eye on your property and report all suspicious activities.
All right. So now I'm going to elaborate a little bit on window locks. So I will come up here and I will hold in front of the camera. And hopefully you can see it or not. There we go. This is the lock that exists on all of my windows. My windows slide, so I screw this into the frame at however far I want the window to be open. It has teeth. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has teeth to bite into the window frame to allow it that once it's screwed in, it is not going to move, so no one is able to slide your window open. The other thing I'm going to show, yes, it is a very plain, very long screw. Think of this as a pin. When my parents lived in Regina, their patio door was on the inside. So they had a sawed-off hockey stick, or Canadian, it had to be a hockey stick, that slid in behind that patio door so it could not open. However, when the house that they currently live in was built, the building code did not mandate, it's changed now, that sliding door be on the inside. So their sliding door is on the outside. What they have is a hole that goes through the bottom of the frame into that sliding door. So to open the sliding door, you must pull a steel pin or a screw or something like that that is preventing it from sliding. And that is how you secure a patio door that is sliding on the outside, which would be in older buildings.